Like with Jancy, I don't know what would happen with them, you know what I mean? Like I don't understand why season 4 made that whole thing happen, like with Nancy and Steve. I wish that wouldn't have happened because there's definitely more girls than just Nancy in this whole world. So I don't really know why Steve needs to be with her. I don't really understand why he couldn't move on because he was going to move on with Robin, and then obviously she had somebody. I mean, she not had somebody. She's a lesbian, so obviously she can't be with him. But then it's so weird that he can't choose anybody else. Like, why does it have to be somebody from this core, people? Why can't he either have somebody else or just not have anyone? I don't understand. Like, he doesn't need to have Nancy. Because the thing is, I think that Steve and Nancy, like, work better as friends. I really do. I think that they. I think obviously it's great that Steve's changed. I think it's great that he's, like, gotten better. He's, like, a babysitter. He's amazing. And I love him as a character, I really do. But I absolutely hate the way that people just, like in season 4, people were just rooting for them. Like it's so weird. Like why would you root for them? Like she's literally in a relationship with Jonathan, but I don't know. It's just so weird to me, because at least in like season 2, I'm pretty sure, Steve and Nancy were like broken up before, like Jonathan and Nancy slept together. I'm pretty sure they were, but I could be wrong. So, I mean, either way, every single time Nancy's been with anyone, she's pretty much been the one that gets the most, like, flack, because she's either cheating on someone or she's, like, messing someone's mind up. You know, because, like, in the season 1 stuff and season 2 stuff, she is with Steve for all of season 1, she's with Steve pretty much, right? And she still stays with him even by the end, even though he's terrible. But, with Steve in season 2, I do wonder if they were going to kill Steve at any point. Like if they ended up not killing him because he was like a fan favorite, or if they were going to kill him in like season 3 or season 4 or something. I do kind of. I really hope that they don't end up killing anyone for like shock value, by the way. Like if they killed anyone in the show just for shock value, I do not want it to be Jonathan, because that's the Nancy scene for the trailers in season 5 is making me scared that it's going to be Jonathan. But the way she was crying feels more like she was like in a hospital room. The way she was crying seems like it's more likely to be her mom, or. But then again, I don't know, because she probably was in the ladies' bathroom, so obviously that's why Jonathan wasn't there. But I don't know. It's gotta be like to do with her sister maybe and her mom. Surely. I just don't think it could be about Jonathan. I don't think Jonathan would have died. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I'm scared about it, y'all. I'm really scared about it. But then there's that scene of Steve and Dustin, which is pretty much, I think, in the same time as when the 4 of them went, Jonathan, Nancy, Steve, and Dustin. Like, I'm pretty sure it's at the same time as they all went. So obviously, like, Dustin and Steve hugging, and like I think Dustin's crying. Like, who could have died? You know what I mean? Who could have died if it's Dustin, the one that's crying, and not Steve? Like, I don't know, because like Steve would have cried if it was Nancy, right? Steve would have cried if it was Nancy, but Jonathan maybe not. But then why would Dustin cry if it was Jonathan? I don't know. I guess he would, because he is also like his friend's brother. But we never really see any we never really. I don't think we ever have seen Jonathan and Dustin in the same place, to be honest. Maybe when they're all in groups, but like I don't think I've really ever seen them actually interact, to be honest. But I mean, I could be wrong. I guess I don't know. But yeah, I don't really know how this is gonna end. I just hope they don't kill anyone. Like, honestly, if they're gonna kill anyone, I don't want it to be any of the Byers family. I'm telling you, like, they've been through so much. Like, obviously everybody has, but like the fact that they've been the 3 to go through like Joyce has been through the fact that her son was like gone for a whole season, and then like her like partner died. She finally like figured out some stuff to do, and Will was fine for a while, and even though he's still not fully fine, he's getting better, and then and then it turns out he's a spy, and then there's so many things that happen in all the seasons to Joyce, to like everybody. And then Jonathan, like, obviously his brother goes missing in season 1. Like, he believes that he's actually dead, and then he sees that his mum's going crazy. Like, there's so many things he went through in that season. And then season 2, like, he's off with Nancy trying to figure stuff out, you know, with all the stuff. He doesn't realize that Will is the spy, you know, because obviously he's been gone for so long. There's so many things that go wrong, y'all. There's literally so many things that go wrong in this show to them, to all of them. And I just think, I really do hope that we get at least a Byler scene. Not a Byler scene. A Byers family scene, because we literally never see Jonathan, Will, and the mum, like, really ever in the same scene. You know, like, I don't think we have for so long, actually. Like, I think it really has been so long. Like, I think we did have scenes in season 4 where we did see them all together, but, like, it was really, really, really short scenes, for real. Like, and Jonathan was pretty much high in a lot of those scenes. They really ruined his character in that, because of, like, having Argyle there and having him just, like, I don't think they knew what to do with Jonathan, and that's why. Because obviously a lot of the time he was just kind of with Nancy a lot of the time. So I kind of think they made, like, Steve be like Jonathan, where he was, like, with Nancy a lot, but, like, it's just so weird. Like, I wish they didn't do that, you know what I mean? I wish that maybe Nancy was with, like, I don't know, like, Robin more, you know. Obviously she was with Robin a lot, but, like, I wish that they didn't make it so that, like, Nancy was, I don't know, I kind of wish that Nancy had more friends, so that she wasn't just going to be with, like, Steve and Robin and everything. I just think that's so annoying. I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about, you know, any of these things, but yeah, I don't want Jancy to break up, though. I definitely want Jancy to be endgame. I think that maybe they'll have to talk about what, you know, what they've been going through and stuff. And, you know, I don't know, but either they're going to end up being, because I swear, I mean, like, if I had to choose who I would not want to die, but if I had to choose somebody to die, I don't know who it would be, honestly, because, like, Max is already, like, pretty much dead. Like, she's not dead, but she's not really there, so I don't know if she'll come back. But, like, it makes no sense not to have killed her, like, because obviously that means she has to do something in season 5, otherwise she's pointless. She could have just been killed, so she's got to be alive. But, like, what else could have happened, you know? Like, what else? I don't know who could they actually kill that would make it really, like, I guess 11 they could kill to make it, like, you know, crazy. But that means, like, Hopper would lose a child twice, which would be terrible, and I don't want that. So what if, and we've already lost Hopper, so I doubt they could make us, I doubt they could, like, make Hopper die again, because, like, we already thought he died before, and then he didn't actually die, so I don't think he could die again, you know. I really don't think he can die again. Because they've already done that once, so there's no way. So I'm thinking maybe it would have to be, like, I don't know. See, I don't even think Lucas will die. I don't even think Dustin would die. Like, Steve can't die because of the fact that, like, Dustin's already lost Eddie, and he cared about him so much, and if he lost the first person he cared about, which was, like, an older brother to him, he would probably be just, you know, he'd just die himself, so I don't think that could work. I don't think they could kill Steve to make it any, you know, good way. Because the way he reacted when Eddie was dead, he had to tell his dad. Just awful, awful. I mean, that scene was amazing, but, like, it was just, oh, so sad. But yeah, I don't think they could kill Steve. I don't want them to kill Jonathan, but he's, like, the only one that I could think that they could kill where it would be, like, you know, they could show that they're willing to kill people, but then it'd be like, well, he is the main cast, but he's, like, not the core group. So I think the only way they could do it is if they killed one of the main group. But I'm scared that would be Will, which means that if they killed Jonathan and Will, that would be insane, wouldn't it? Like, they can't do that. They surely can't do that. Y'all. I don't even know. Honestly, I want to see who people's favorite characters are in this show, because I actually don't know who's people's favorite characters are. Like, my favorite character is Will, if nobody knows that, and my favorite couple is Jancy. So, yeah, do with that what you will. That's how it's always been from, like, season 2, I would say. Season 3, my favorites were technically Will and Billy, but mainly it was Billy's actor, not Billy's character. I think it's just, like, the way he acted in that scene, like, I forgot what the name of the scene was, or like the, not the name of the scene, the, like, the time it was, but it's like when she was like trapped, when Elle was like trapped in the thing still, like when she thought she got out because she took the blindfold off, but then he was actually there in her mind still, you know, and he was like crying, like the actor was like crying because, like, I guess the inside of him as Billy was crying because he didn't want to do what he was saying, but he was saying it because he was being controlled like Will was, you know, in season 2, like when Will's being like controlled by it, and he's just telling, you know, what the scientists need to do and where they need to go and stuff, and then he breaks out of it and he, you know, tells them the truth that it's actually a trap, you know, but they all die anyway. It's like that again, but Billy can't break out of it, like he's literally just inside of it, like he can't break out of it. Like, once he's been fully consumed by it, he's just gone, you know what I mean? He's not there anymore, really. But obviously he does end up saving the day by the end, but that's the one scene I've never been able to get out of my head. Like, that season 3 scene where Billy is, like, obviously Billy was very racist, he was a terrible character, but it's that scene, it made me love the actor for Billy. Like, I wanted to watch so many things that he was in because of, like, that scene. I don't really know if anybody else agreed with that. I don't know if anybody, like, a lot of people that reacted to that scene, they also just, because obviously it's not him, but it is him, so you can hate him because you already hate him, but it's like, it's not really him because you can see that he's crying, so a lot of people also understood that he was crying and they thought, oh wow, he definitely doesn't want to do this. But the actual scene is so good because she's also just like, it's like 2 different camera angles, right? So like, he's probably just talking to the camera while she's talking to the camera too, but they're both like, she's going backwards and he's going forwards, but it's like she's just crying there as well because she's like saying no, like, I don't want you killing anyone, you know, kind of vibe. And he's just saying, I'm gonna kill everybody, whilst he's crying. So he obviously doesn't want to do it, which is, I mean, it's exactly like Will, right? He didn't want to do it either, but he was doing it. And then, yeah, I just think Billy was amazing, and that's, obviously he came into it in season 2. I didn't even realize. I think a lot of people actually forget when Billy and Max came into this show, because I didn't even realize they came into it in season 2. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, but in season 3, yeah, that was crazy. Obviously, in season 4 is when Max is like sad because she's realizing that she didn't even try to stop him dying. Like, she didn't even try and run up to him and like stop him, but like, obviously you couldn't, like, there's no way you could. But she's also like, she's feeling guilty because she's like kind of okay with the fact that he's gone, but it's also like, it's just so sad because obviously, like, her emotions will be so messed up because she hated him, but she also could have loved him if he actually, you know, loved her back, you know. It's just so sad because obviously all the stuff that he went through, like, we even saw him as a child and everything. He went through so many things, obviously, in his life, because even the dad, like, he was just very abusive. So abused people, a lot of the time, they will abuse others too, you know. But I don't know, like, y'all, that's just a crazy ass scene, bro. Anyway, yeah, so my favorites anyway in season 3 were those 2 characters. And then in season 4, a lot of people were just so messy in that season. It was hard to, like, because Will, like, he didn't do so many things. Like, I think he did the least probably in season 3, I guess. Maybe, yeah, maybe season 3. But in season 4, obviously, he had so many scenes, a lot of them with Mike, where they argued and stuff. I still love Will. Obviously, he's still my favorite character in all the seasons so far. But, like, I don't know, it was so sad watching his scenes. So it was just like, so, like, once I'd watched them the first time, I didn't want to watch them again, but I always watched people's reactions to them because it was just like, you know, I loved watching people's reactions to the episodes. I don't even know if I'll be able to do reactions to season 5, but I would love to, you know? It'd be so awesome. But anyway, yeah. I just want to know, like, I just really hope that this season is going to be good. Obviously, it's split into 3 parts, but, like, I just hope it's going to be good, y'all, because this is the end of the show. Like, the fact that Noah Schnapp said that, you know, they closed off, like, Will's storyline really well. makes me hopeful and happy. So I'm really hoping, because obviously he was kind of the start of everything because of the fact that he was the one that first disappeared. So, but he like, it's so interesting the way that everybody, like everybody in different seasons change, right? Because like he disappears, like with, like just he just vanishes, right? Like he literally by like the first ever episode is called The Vanishing of Will Byers. Like he literally vanishes, like he just disappears. But you know, he's in the other world, like he's in the other realm. Anyway, so yeah, it's just, I don't know, like it's so interesting, like rewatching this show. It's also really crazy how tiny all the kids were and how young all the others actually looked. You know, even like Joyce, like Winona Ryder, she looks so much younger than she does like in season 4, obviously, but she looks so like, I don't know, she looks so small. I don't know how to explain it, but and also David Harbour looks like pretty much the same, but just like, I guess he still looks younger, but it's just so interesting like seeing him in this and then seeing him in like the other things that he's been in. Where he's like, whose dad is he? I think he's Black Widow's dad, right? And Yelena? I've forgotten. I've forgotten what his name is in the universe as well. Marvel, right? Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in that as well, right? He's their dad, I think. But yeah, I'm not good with Marvel, y'all. I'm not good with Marvel. I've watched like a few things, but you know, I've watched most movies and most like shows, but I'm really bad with Marvel. Like naming wise, I don't remember who he is. But yeah, he's amazing though. Like they definitely all look younger. But yeah, it's kind of fun watching people watch the show. I also don't know when. I'm pretty sure it's Thanksgiving, right? But we don't have that here, so I don't know what Thanksgiving day is for everybody else. So I need to know what the actual date is because it said Thanksgiving on the thing, and I don't know if it said the date of Thanksgiving. But I definitely need to find out because I don't know. I don't know when that is. But yeah. So Byler, if they don't end up happening, you know, if Byler doesn't end up happening, then it'd be such a waste. It really would be. I really think it should happen, but obviously I don't think it should be the core of the show because obviously Will is the core of the show, but like I don't think the relationship should be the core part of the season, but I think it should be part of it, you know what I mean? I think it should be part of it. I think they should be able to like have a good moment where he talks to him about the painting or something. And yeah, maybe that isn't the moment that they talk to each other about like his like feelings, but like I think it should be the moment where Will finally confesses, maybe, or at least like somehow confesses, you know, and then maybe Mike is going to be the one that actually confesses, you know, in a different scene, you know, I don't know. And maybe after like Will's been through something and Mike finally realizes like Will might actually die, you know, something like that. I don't know, because I don't want it to be in a scene where Will is like being taken over by Vecna or by the Mind Flayer or whatever. I really don't want it to be like in a scene where, like from season 4, you know, the last scene of like Elle trying to fight Vecna, you know. I hope it's not going to be like that because I don't want it to be a literal copy of what was with Elle and Mike. Like I don't want it to be like that. But I also do think that it would make sense if it was similar to that, but not. I don't want it to be like he's saving him by confessing his love for him there. Yeah, I don't want that. But I also do think that Mike and Elle are gonna like break up pretty early in the season. Like I really do think that'll be the case. I think they'll probably break up in like episode 1 or 2, which would make sense, you know. I think they'll talk about it and they'll, you know, that's when he'll find out about the painting, maybe. I don't really know. It's very interesting, though. This show is just so good. Like, you can really write anything with the show. You know, we don't even know what could happen. But yeah, I think this is going to be an amazing ending. I really hope it will be. I just don't want to be disappointed, for real. I also really hope that we get another show for Charlie and is it Natalia? Oh my god, I keep forgetting her name because I think it's like Nancy. I think her name is so close to her own name. So it's just like Jonathan and Charlie are nothing alike, so I'm easily able to tell who's, you know. But then I always forget if it's is it Natalia? I think it is, right? And then who's Daya? Is that someone's name? Charlie Heaton, Natalia. Is it Natalia Daya? Natalie? Oh my god, I'm so dumb, y'all. Anyway, I really just want them to have another show together or like a movie together because they're honestly amazing. And if this is gonna be the last thing we ever see them in together, that'll be such a crazy thing, right? Because like they're amazing, they really are, and they just deserve so much love for real. Like I can't wait to see all of the like different things we're gonna get of like interviews and stuff, you know, because obviously we always get like interviews of the cast and stuff, and in one of the interviews from like season 3 or whatever, it was the guy who plays Billy as well, Dacre, right? I think that's his name. But he was there with like Natalia and who else was he with actually? Was it Natalia? I think it was Natalia and was it Steve? I don't think Jonathan was there. I think it was Steve. Joe Keery, obviously. I don't think Charlie was there though. I think it was just Steve, Dacre, and Natalia. Which was a very interesting pairing of people. I mean, interesting trio of people, obviously, because I don't think Nancy ever had a scene even with Billy. So it's kind of crazy that she was even with him. But yeah, whatever. I don't know, y'all. That's kind of crazy though. I definitely do hope that we have some good, if we're gonna have like some new characters or whatever, I hope we have some really good characters. Obviously, I'm pretty sure we'll get a lot of characters back. Like, I think we'll get, what's his name? Oh no, what's her name? I was gonna say Barb, but that's because I've been watching season 1. Oh, the girl who might end up with Robin, her. I really hope that if they're gonna make Steve be with somebody, I hope it's a new person. Like, I hope they just bring a new person in just so that Steve can be with somebody else, you know? Because they're like in a bunker and stuff with like a load of kids and stuff, maybe they can have him be with somebody else because anybody else could be down there with them, you know what I mean? So that would make a lot of sense too. Like, I just don't want Steve to be messing anything up with Jancy. Like, Jancy are the end game for me. Like, even though they messed them up in season 4, I just want to ignore that season even existed. Like, for real. That's what I wanted to do for real though. Like, my whole thing throughout season 2, 3, 4 has been Jancy. So I haven't been really thinking of Byla because of that. Like, I've been thinking of Jancy throughout the seasons. But like, because of like last season, they really messed them up. They really messed Jonathan's character up just so that they could make, you know, him basically do nothing, I guess. It's just so insane to me. I don't know. But yeah, at least he got better by the end. And then like, you know, Steve, like, I think people only want Nancy with Steve though, because like Steve is much more interesting than Jonathan, I guess. Like, he does a lot more, but it's like, just because you know, he's your favorite character doesn't mean he's better for Nancy. You know what I mean? Like, just because if you were Nancy, you would maybe go for like Steve or whatever, doesn't mean that she will. Like, I don't understand. I just wish that they didn't write this way because it also makes Nancy just look terrible. Like, she kind of looked terrible in season 2 as well because some people still say that she could have cheated. Like, I still don't really know if she cheated on Jonathan or if she was like, I don't know if she was still with Steve. I don't think she was really, but I could be wrong. But yeah, it just makes no sense. Like, I don't know, like, why are they making her look terrible for real? I just don't think they should. But anyway, yep, that's the end.
That was a lot of like nonsense.
Can but be kidding.